But it's a Rover. Yeah, but it's a GTI.
I'm sat here in at the car at the moment. My car's going in for its MOT tomorrow, so what I need to do is go around and check a few things. The lights, tyres, pads, make sure that the wipers are clearing the screen properly, and then fluid levels that can, like window washer fluid, make sure that's all topped up because I don't want a silly reason for a fail there. And then obviously the lights above the license plate at the back, just to make sure that they're all right. Yeah, let's go have a little look around the car, make sure that all of those basic checks are okay before I take it in for its MOT tomorrow. Right, I've been around the car now and I've checked all the lights out. Everything works, all the lights are fine. Wipers clear the screen fine, same at front, same at back. I've got fluid in the wiper washer bottle, that's the right way to say it. Tyre tread looks alright, brake pads and discs look alright, however they were only changed like 3 months ago and it was a whole lot that got done. Yeah, only things I've got to do is take the child seats out. Reason why I'm taking them out is they do flag up on your MOT as not being able to check the restraint. However, it's not a negative thing, it's just I'd much rather them not be in there so that if there is a list, the list looks a little smaller. Yeah, that's cool. I'm going to go take it for a quote-unquote Italian tune now, so get the engine up to temperature, drive it around a little bit, just so that it's, I suppose, warm, and then if there is any negative stuff, emissions, or if the fuel ratio's out a little bit, I think it settles down. Don't ask me 100% what it does. I was just advised it's an older car, drive it around a little bit so it gets a little bit warmer. So that's what I'm going to do. This is the day before the MOT as well, so I'm going to do it today and do it tomorrow. Yeah, why not? It can't hurt, plus it gets me out of the house for a little bit. So yeah, let's go for a little drive. Right, I've dropped the Rover off for its MOT just after 8 o'clock. Apparently it'll be ready around about 9:30, so I'm waiting for that telephone call. Hopefully it'll be a pass. We'll soon find out. The irony of it all is I've now got to go over to VW because my Passat, which I'm currently sat in, has an engine management light on. Why? Because it's a VW. That's why you should have always bought British, and we should have kept those British motors going. But yeah, I'm now going to drive to VW for him to find out why there's an engine management light on my car, and hopefully maybe have a look at my key, because it keeps telling me the key's not in the car even though the key is in the car and the battery's fine. So yeah, that's an exciting one as well. I'll give you an update on that as well once I find out. Anyway, see you guys in a bit.
Right, so let's do an update about the MOT. So it didn't pass. Well, it didn't pass the first time. Surprisingly though, nothing to do with the emissions. The issues that I had was the front passenger seat was loose by one of the rear bolts. So that just needed to be tightened up. That was a dangerous. Don't know why, never took the seats out. Somebody must have done at some point, but they just tightened that up. And the other one was the headlights. So one of them was too high, one of them was too low. So I had to pay the mighty sum of about £14.80 in order for them to realign the headlights, which they've done, and it passed. However, and this is the however, I do have a reasonable list of advisories. So I've got some minor defects, repair as soon as possible. So the reg plate lamp is inoperative in the case of multiple lamps or light sources on the near side. So just one bulb, 99p, that will sort that and that will be gone. These ones, on the other hand, not so much. So I've got monitor and repair if necessary. Oil leaks, it literally just says oil leaks. There is a slight leak on the exhaust joint, which I kind of expected because obviously I swapped the exhaust over, didn't I? So I've clearly not done a fantastic job at that, but I'm sure that can be a simple fix. Front subframe is corroding. That's a good one. I'll have to get underneath the car and actually have a look at it. It could just be surface rust. I don't know. That's what I hope it is. Clean it up, paint it. Hopefully job's a good one. Front inner wishbone mounts are corroding. Plus, or X, getting weak. I'm guessing that's on the side of the frame of the car itself. Once again, I'm going to have to physically go underneath and have a look, maybe take a wheel off and have a look. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. I'm assuming, worst case scenario, it's going to be a wheel off, wishbone off, cut it out, weld a new piece of metal in, and then fix the wishbone bracket, I guess, back on. And God knows how much that's going to cost. I've also got shock absorbers, has a reduced dampening effect on the near side front, along with shock absorber has a light misting of oil on the near side front. So yeah, that's kind of expected. Hopefully, I'll be able to overlay a little clip of me driving down some Fenland roads, and you'll see probably the reason why the dampeners are not too happy.
This is the one. Car went flying, so my phone came off.
There's also slight wear in the front drop link bushes, and the rear fuel lines are corroding, and battery terminal is loose. Well, the battery terminal being loose, that should be an easy fix, just tighten at the bolt. Rear fuel lines corroding, I guess we'll just have to get those replaced. And slight wear in the front drop link bushes. Hopefully that should be a case of pushing an old one out and pushing a new one back in. And lastly, the rear foot brake effort is a little low. Now, I did question this because, as I said, I got Halfords to do my MOT, and they were the guys that did my front and rears. So I asked the fellow about it, and his response to me was, how many miles have you driven since we had it done? I was like, just over 1,000 or so, or 1,200 now. And he goes, well, they're probably still just bedding in. Give it a couple months, book it in for one of our free brake checks, and we'll check it out again. If there's any issues, they'll just adjust them for me. It'll be nice to learn how they're adjusted so I can do it myself. But then at the same time, I don't know how you test it still. Thank you very much for them to let me know. But at least the car's passed. So I can get it back on the road. Well, it is on the road, and continue to enjoy it, which I have been doing, because it's taken me a couple days in order to get this video put together, mainly because I'm actually recording it over the back end of Christmas/New Year. So I've been at home with the family. We've been having a good time. My youngest daughter, she's recently been sitting in the front seat with me. Well, sitting in the front passenger seat in a child seat. I want to make that clear. And she's been enjoying herself while she's out and about with it. My eldest daughter usually comes with me on a few of our little road trips around and about the Fenlands. But yeah, I still love the car. I want to check a few of these bits out, because I'm hoping to, if there's anything I can do myself, I'll be able to get done myself. I'm still hearing, I don't know if I've mentioned it before in a previous video, but it sounds to me like there's a slight misfire, but nobody's picking it up. Maybe that's just a case of swapping the sparks out. We'll see about that. Maybe it's a case of swapping over a HT lead or a coil pack. Once again, hopefully I'll be able to figure that out as well, so that it can run at its best. But yeah, for the time being, it's on the road. I'm having fun with it. I'm having a great time. Yeah, and I hope to keep enjoying it. Only thing I can think of with regards to an update to the vehicle is I was looking online, and I found that in Scandinavia, when they had these vehicles, they had daytime running lights. And I thought, do you know what? I'd like a set of DRLs. So I'd gone to Halfords, and as you do, which seems to be my go-to place, and I decided to Classic Boy Racer buy some tat. Instead of £50, they had like these DRLs, which clearly they're getting rid of for a tenner. So I thought I'd buy these, and I bought them, and I was looking at them thinking, no, I don't think that would look very good on this. I wonder how the ones over in Scandinavia did it. And apparently all they'd done is wide it up so that either the dipped beam or the side lights were always on. And I did a little look, and you can wire your car up so that the side lights are always on, provided, you know, when you use your switch that it changes them properly. So I did a little look, and on, I think it's MG Rover forums, there was a bloke who's created a circuit so that you can wire it up so that your side lights are always on, and then when you click to the side lights are of course still on, but then it illuminates the dashboard, and then when you do your dip beam, everything goes through the normal way. And I was thinking, do you know what, that'll be a cool little modification to do. I mean, obviously when the lights aren't always on until you turn the key in the ignition, so it doesn't drain the battery out now. But yeah, it looks like a smart little thing, and apparently it's just a couple relays, a 10 amp inline fuse, and some soldering. So I think that might be a nice, interesting something or other to do to the car, to do it, get it Scandi spec as such. But apparently as well in Scandinavia, they also had heated seats. So Rimmer Brothers, or Rimmer Bros, they actually sell the proper heated seat button. So instead of me going out and buying some aftermarket heated seat pads and having some aftermarket buttons like tucked away, what I'm thinking is removing the AC button and removing the front fog light button and having those as the actual heated seat buttons in the dashboard, getting the AC button moved to in between where the two sliders are. I'll put a picture up. Blooming, because that's apparently how they were done in Scandinavia, but they had like the oblong AC one, not the button that I've currently got in the 25, which I think I want to keep. And then on the right hand side, next to where you can adjust your dipped beam light height, whether you're going up or down a hill or however, there's like a little blanking panel, and apparently that's where the front fog light button got moved to. So it'd be cool to move that over there, because then I'll have a UK but Scandi spec 25, which I don't know if they ever did one for the GTIs, but they definitely did them for the actual 25s that were afterwards, and possibly even for the ZRs, which would be quite cool. So then I get my heated seats. I still got my front and rear fogs. I mean, you need your rears, but still get my front fogs, still have my AC button, slightly different to the way they've done it. But yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Oh, and the DRLs as well. Yeah, which will be pretty awesome, which I'm not too sure, but I think that then means that it's, because you have to have your lights on when you drive through Scandinavia, but I guess if you do that, then it's legal for me to drive the vehicle in Scandinavia, I guess, which would be an interesting, if not slightly expensive and long trip to do. But anyway, I'm rambling on. So yeah, long story short, good news with the MOT. Everything got passed. It only cost me an extra £14.80. Got a few things that I'd like to do to the Rover, and kids love it. I love it. And I hope to keep enjoying it and keep it on the road and do those few extra little bits to tighten it up. So if you enjoyed this exciting journey that I've been on, this heart-wrenching question or not, whether it would actually pass or not, then I appreciate it. I'd really like it if you could like and possibly subscribe to my videos. If you've got any suggestions of things I can do, places I can go, work I can get done, any recommendations, that'll be absolutely awesome. Yeah. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ra.